Why am I so bad at talking in front of a camera? Before I hit that record button, I never have any problems. As soon as I hit that record button, I freak out. I'm like, shit, I can't do this. I can't talk in front of a camera like this. But I'm doing it now. I'm gonna have to get good at this if I actually want to be a YouTuber and take it seriously. I'm gonna have to get really good at this. This video is not for anyone particular. It's mostly for me. That's a complete lie. In fact, this video is entirely for me. Okay. The reason I want to record this video is so that I can look back on this video in about 3 years' time and say to myself, yeah, I've actually made progress. The crazy part is, like, I started self-improvement. I found out about it in 2021, nearly 4 years ago. Like, that's insane. 4 years. In 4 years, I've made a lot of progress, actually. I look back on photos of me from a few years ago. I look back at the sort of habits I was doing, the sort of life I was living compared to now. Like, fitness is definitely at the forefront of whatever I'm doing now. And it didn't really used to be. I didn't really used to give a shit too much about going to the gym or any of that sort of stuff. But now it is like a big thing. Don't gonna say that, but I got really lazy recently. I always had a dream of sort of becoming a YouTuber about 4 years ago. But my biggest problem is not... I just had the door open. I don't know, someone's door. My neighbor probably walked out. The biggest problem I had, though, is not, you know, it's lack of accountability. That's what I was going to say. Lack of accountability and just being lazy overall. I've written down my goals in this notebook, and this is the thing that's going to hopefully serve me for the next few years of my life. And the most important thing for me, back then, I remember 2021, I was, for lack of a better word, probably a loser, to be honest with you. I still am a little bit of a loser, to be honest with you. But back then, like, I would just sort of jerk off, watch YouTube all day. I was still sort of going to the gym. You know, I'd talk to maybe one girl every like 5 to 6 months. Be fucking such an idiot. Be like, oh yeah, let's hang out, you know, without asking if it was a date. You know, hang out with the girl, and she was like, oh, I didn't know you wanted to date, get friends and all that sort of shit. Whereas nowadays, I actually know how to talk to women, know how to approach them. I don't feel that uncomfortable asking for their numbers. I even have a girlfriend. That's the best thing, right? At the moment. Then again, I don't want to risk losing that at all in the next few years. But the 3 most immediate things that I want to improve in my life is fitness, just like staying committed with it, staying committed with my goals for like an extended period of time. I've been sort of up and down with the fitness goals. I've looked at photos of me from like a few years ago. I didn't look that bad, you know what I mean? But nowadays I still look okay, but like I'm not where I want to be from a looks point of view. And then diet is probably the second thing that's like that I'm lacking at the moment, and all that is just not really tracking calories. Again, I don't eat unhealthy things. I cook all my meals at home, you know. I barely eat any sugar. I barely drink any alcohol. All those sort of things. Like, again, it's just improvements that I can make to actually stick to the goal that I want, which is to look good, you know, and ultimately just like be a bit more lean and a bit more, you know, a bit more fit in general. And then probably the biggest thing is just being able to find my purpose. That's the thing I struggle with, really, like the most, is where do I want my life to be in a few years? I've obviously written down where I want my life to be in a few years from now. Hopefully I can actually be married and have a family in a few years' time. I hope my girlfriend never sees this video, or doesn't see this video in the immediate future. And generally want to like teach things, help men, you know. I find that in my job, I've gone into a bit more of an instructor role as of late. And I actually don't, I enjoy it, you know. I enjoy seeing people make mistakes, telling them, hey, you can do this better, sort of thing. And that's the biggest thing for me, is being able to find that purpose. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to look up things on purpose, doing some deep journaling reflection every single day now, and say to myself, hey, what do I want to provide to the world? What do I want to give to the world? Because I'll be honest, I'm not really, when I write down what I'm interested in and what I know a lot of things about, I'm not really that knowledgeable in like some of the things that I want to be knowledgeable in, but that's on me, you know. But I feel like I'm knowledgeable in a lot of other little random things. Like for example, I'm a big rugby union fan, you know. I just started football refereeing, soccer refereeing recently, play a lot of sports, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I guess lastly, the purpose of this video is so that I can look back on this video in a few years from now. The internet is going to be the accountability thing. I know no one's going to see this video, but that's fine. That's not an issue. I can look back on this video in a few years and say to myself, what was I doing? Why have I not changed anything? Because I keep doing this. I keep getting back into this cycle where I am now of like almost having to restart. Then again, realistically, it's not restarting, because I've grown in knowledge, I've grown in wisdom, I've grown in experience in a lot of different domains. All it is now is just sort of, I'm here building up and getting higher. That's the biggest thing. So, yeah, I'm hoping that this video is going to be the start of me actually posting videos on YouTube about just things that are on my mind, things that I think are important in society. Because let's be honest, like there's so many things I see out in the world where I think to myself, boy, what are we doing? Like, I've got male friends who are struggling, you know, with a lot of things, not just women, just a heap of other things in their lives, and they don't really have the motivations to change. I know a lot of women that are unhappy, you know. I know a lot of people that are both sexes that are unhappy, you know. And that's the biggest thing, is like helping people, spreading a positive message. So yeah, I want to look back on this video and be proud of the progress I've made. So to anyone who watches, hold me accountable if you can. Realistically, I'm the only one that's going to hold myself accountable at this point, but this is what I want. Is I want to look back on this video maybe not even 3 years from now, maybe even just a year from now, and say, hey, I've made progress, I've improved. So yeah, thanks.